Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you all are doing fine and hope you are remembering to look after number one, and that's you. And remember, we are going into the silly season, and this season comes with a lot of stress, misgivings, on edge, disappointment, and excitement, just to name a few. So you know that you have to have your mind right and your body intact. And in all cases, you have to keep your health as priority, because without health, there can be no true wealth. So here we have thievery in high places again. So 4 people have been arrested in connection with a fraud scheme uncovered at Sagicore Group Jamaica Limited. The allegations of forgery and fraudulent payments involves contractors and employees of the company. The 4 individuals were taken into custody Monday morning during a series of simultaneous and coordinated operations across Kingston and St. Andrew. Search and seizure procedures were carried out at 4 locations. The Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA, says the operations were conducted with support from the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, CTOC, and other units of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Between 2016 and 2019, contractors allegedly, in collusion with company employees of Sagicore, submitted a number of forged documents to claim payments for work that was never done. This is a serious breach of trust, and MOCA remains committed to holding those responsible accountable. We are urging all businesses to stay vigilant and to report any suspicious activities, as frauds undermines not just companies but our economy as a whole, said Major Basil Jarrett, Director of Communications at MOCA. It is alleged that over the 3-year period, the contractor submitted multiple interim payments, certificates, and invoices for work purportedly completed at properties owned or managed by Sagicore Property Services. Payments were subsequently made based on the fraudulent documents. The scheme was detected in April 2019 when an interim payment certificate and accompanying invoices were submitted by the owner of a construction company for payment. During the processing of these documents, it was discovered that they had been forged, including the signature of the authorized signing officers. MOCA's investigation into matter later revealed a deliberate and systemic attempt to defraud the company, resulting in Monday morning's arrest. The agency said it is working closely with Sagicore Group Jamaica Limited to uncover the full extent of the fraud. In the meantime, the Sagicore Group said none of their individuals was arrested at its location. The company said upon identifying irregularities in 2019, immediate steps were taken to report the matter and safeguard against future breaches. It was commended the efforts of the law enforcement authorities in conducting a thorough investigation. So, over in Westmoreland, Little London to be exact, an 80-year-old pensioner who may have to relocate to make way for the planned Negril International Airport already knows his asking price. He wants $10 million for his 1-bedroom concrete house in Maysmere Flat. It was last week that I was hearing, and I said that I have my house, and anyhow that is to happen, they will have to pay me $10 million for my house that I live in. I am a pensioner, and I don't have anywhere to go, said the senior citizen. The man, who said he began working with Frome Sugar Factory when he was only 17 years old, reluctantly identified himself as Pointer. Anyhow, they are going to do anything they have to know, say, them have to talk to my lawyer first, he insisted. The Airport Authority of Jamaica had a recent conference in Negril that a housing development and the local high school would eventually need to be relocated to make way for future growth of the Negril airport that will be constructed in Little London. An upgrade from the existing aerodrome, it will be Jamaica's fourth international airport. It will be located within 15 to 20 minutes of the tourist belt and the Negril 7-mile beach. It was deemed the better of two strong options, but plans for future expansion will still see some level of dislocation for people like Pointer. He is among several factory workers who were living in the old sugar barracks on a section of the Maysmere sugarcane lands. However, their original board house were demolished and concrete ones were built under the From Sugar Transformation Housing Project, with funds provided by the European Union. There is also another housing scheme in the area, one developed by the National Housing Trust. Weeks of efforts to get a response from the NHD on plans of that development were unsuccessful. According to Pointer, residents are professionals and they were likely at work outside the community. The elderly man appeared resigned to a fate of relocating, as long as he is compensated to make way for the airport. Of course, Principal of Little London High School Garfield James was more enthusiastic about the planned airport. I fully endorse the plan to construct the Negril International Airport, he said, despite the fact that the site identified so far is in close proximity to the school, which indicates that a recommendation is that the school would have to be relocated for future expansion, he said. The school was informed of the development during a stakeholders meeting held on September the 19th. According to James, he sees no challenge with such a recommendation, as lands are available for relocation through a specific site is yet to be identified. Those available lands are within the same geographical space, and there is enough time to plan and execute such a relocation, he said. The administrator noted that it was too early to give specifics on the proposed relocation and the timeline. However, he is convinced that such move will augur well for the school community and the entire Westmoreland. In 2019, when the Ministry of Education committed $13 million to help complete a much-needed 6-classroom building block, Little London High School had 869 students enrolled. The additional space was supposed to make it possible for them to accommodate an additional 210 students. Today, there are more than 700 enrolled. The numbers fell during the pandemic and never fully rebounded. The benefits that an airport would bring to the parish are enormous, and the relocation of the Little London High School would only serve the school in a positive way, on the basis that the school will be able to offer modern amenities and facilities. I suspected that because any school that is going to be building now going to have more modern facilities and more benefits for the school at the end of the day. So I suspected that's why he would have been elated about this new transformation. However, for years, the discussion had surrounded upgrading the aerodrome, which is located on the Hanover side of Negril. However, it was eventually determined that the site would be able to accommodate larger aircraft used for international flights as well. As a result, two possible sites in Westmoreland were examined: Little London and New Hope Retreat Sugar Estate. It was determined that the New Hope Retreat Sugar Estate site was not suitable for future expansion, as that could have an impact on existing communities, streams, and water sources. As a result, the Little London site was selected. Well, the pensioner Pointer is right. If you're going to relocate them and you're going to need that space, he says he needs $10 million. When you think about it, to buy a house anywhere, $10 million may not even be enough for him to even buy a house somewhere, depending on where. But at the same time, that is what he wants. So if him knows that him can go buy a piece of land and set up something, I think 10 million would be reasonable, unless they have a plan, since they're going to have to uproot a whole housing scheme in that area, is to build another set of houses, another housing scheme, and make sure that he has a house in it given to him with him title, him name on it and everything. Because I know these people are tricks in trade, matches boxing business. They may not want to hand him a $10 million check, but they will hand him a house, which really and truly, the houses that they're building, they don't cost 10 million to build. You understand? But if you to buy it, you have to find a couple millions more than 10 million to have it. So maybe they might do that. But this is something we can watch and see how the relocation process is going to proceed and at what length of time it is going to take, because they can't start doing the airport part of it without at least starting a housing scheme or giving out compensation for people to be relocated. So let us watch and see what will happen. But I think it's a good idea having a airport in Negril, knowing that it has always been a point for tourism. Anyway, guys, comment in the comment section what you think. You think that is enough, or you think it would be still okay if they give him a house in a housing scheme that will have to be built to relocate others from the housing scheme in the area. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. We love you all. Bye for now.